so my name is Mark Grogan. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Community Pod. Community Pod, our saying is coffee that gives. We first started with my fiance, who was the other co-founder, me driving along in a car one day and saying we really need to create a product that gives to charity and to causes, that gives them a residual income every month. So my fiance, in her good mind, turned around and goes, why don't we have a coffee pod? And I can sell one of those Nespresso ones and purple, and we can give to breast cancer. WA. Now the reason that is because Ros Worthington, who is our ambassador for Community Pod, won the West Australian of the Year last year for community, and she started Breast Cancer Care WA. And she's the one that sort of encouraged me over the years, so I've done a lot of things for her, from MCing to auctioneering and to playing Father Christmas. So a few different avenues there. So she's the one that sort of encouraged me, because as you can talk through funding and what's going on at the moment, especially in that charity non-for-profit sector, it's dwindling fast. So we come up with our own Community Pod. Now we do coffee beans, and we also do coffee grounds, and we do our famous pod. Now this is an espresso compatible pod, and it's the world's first biodegradable pod. Now the other ones say they are, but they're not, because you'll have to remove the lid, or whatever happens, you can just throw this in your compost, in your green waste, and it's gone in 6 months. Versus Nespresso, at the moment they're aluminium, it's 200 years. And the plastic ones that are out there are 500. So it's a huge issue. We know that Nespresso get less than 5% recycled. So to put it in perspective, it's 1.2 billion pods sold in Australia a year. That's 3 million a day. That's going into landfill. It's enormous. So we've come out with this baby. It's roasted into Australia by a coffee judge, and he is brilliant at what he does, and we're getting great response for it. It works in espresso machines, but that was that part of it. Because initially we wanted to give to charity, like we spoke about, and I just wasn't happy that I didn't tick all the boxes. Because part of what our strategy was two things: the truth and the environmental loop. And the environmental loop comes in a couple of facets for us. One, it's this: we've done the work for you. You can throw this in the bin if you like, and it's gone in 6 months. No taking it through a recycling process, another mechanical process. You can throw it in your compost. All those kind of things we need to do. Now the next year we'll be using a carbon neutral delivering company around Australia. We're national. We use Active Foundation as our pick and pack for disability services, and a Ford in the East Coast. Everything that we do, we give back. But what's it worth? We give 10 cents a pod to a charity of your choice when you order it online. We've got 80 charities so far, from Starlight National to the Wirrapunda Foundation to Wesley School. So if they're a non-for-profit in the community, this is where it becomes very important. If you're a football team, a P&C, you've got people drinking 30 of these a week in their house, in some cases more. It's $150 a year that household will give to that charity. Let's not talk about corporates. It's massive. Coffee is the second biggest commodity outside of oil. And you know the best thing about this, being here today, is that this product, this biodegradable, 100% made from vegetable, is made from wheat. Fantastic. So they use the wheat fibre, and that's why it is. So, but look, it doesn't taste like wheat, so don't have to worry about that. They do formulate it and put it into a plastic. So the power of this, like we're talking to large community, community non-for-profits and small, and everything makes a difference. Imagine getting 100 households, and raising 15,000. Your local coffee buying our coffee office for their cafe. So the next step for us, and this is where we work with Life Cycle, is that they pick up our coffee waste from our cafes and turn it into oyster mushrooms. Right now, oyster mushrooms come from overseas. Not anymore. So these guys are creating this fantastic, and they come back from the same background as Carla, and they've decided to just go for it and create these farms. Now they've got one in Noosa, one in Fremantle, and one starting in Melbourne, and we're going with them. We've had 7 different countries come to us for distribution rights. We want to make a difference everywhere we go, and choosing your own charity is the way that we want to go. So I'll show you a video. This is the video we give to our causes so they can promote Community Pod to give to their charity. Thank you.
We'd like to share with you how you could help us purely by drinking coffee. Community Pod has 3 missions, which no other coffee company offers so generously. To provide premium beans and pods for coffee drinkers, to give to not-for-profits like us, and to reduce the environmental impact of coffee. If you team up with Community Pod, 10 cents from every coffee pod and $3 a kilo from each bag of beans is automatically redirected to us, your nominated good cause. Here's more good news. Signing up is totally free with no transaction costs, so we get the full donation. You can use the beans or pods in leading manufactured machines you currently have, and the pods come in different strengths, just like you'll be used to. What's more, we also provide the bigger pods at the same price as the smaller ones. If you don't own a pod machine, you can buy Community Pod machines, which are more efficient, need less servicing, and are cheaper than other relative machines. All orders are taken online, which is where the donation is immediately deducted. Your public image and staff morale get a great boost, which in turn is great for us, your charity of choice. And don't think the good news stops there. Seeing as Australians drink 3 million pod capsules each day, you'll also be doing your bit for the planet. You see, aluminium pods take hundreds of years to break down, whereas Community Pod pods are biodegradable or recyclable. What's more, they have links with coffee waste and pod collection agencies. Coffee waste causes methane, a key contributor to climate change. So Community Pod works with another company to recycle this coffee byproduct and turn it into mushrooms that you can grow and eat in your own home or business. Please, help us, help yourself, help the environment. Visit communitypod.com.au.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.